Are we live?
Yep, lighting up. Massively lighting up.
More lighting?
Yeah.
I've got my camp lantern. Yeah, but they don't want to see my ugly mush. How's that? Is that enough? That's maximum. Oh. Hi folks, g'day. We're coming to you live in the cruiser, in the carport, locked down. Can't do unnecessary driving, so thought we'd still get in the car. I was thinking, Jack, maybe I could talk on this to them and that would make it feel like a convoy. Cyber convoy number 2. Joined by Jack, who's helping me out on the telephone. Thanks, Jack. And hope you're going well, folks. Just thought I'd put myself out there for another chat. You know, a lot of people are going all right at the moment and getting on with stuff, but obviously I'm concerned about people that struggle with their mental health, because right now it will be even more of a struggle. And so that's who this chat's for, really, is, you know, if you're really struggling, then maybe there's some things that you can do to feel better. Certainly, there's so much stuff. I mean, media is just swamped at the moment, so that is something you definitely need to control. Like, if you're sitting there all day looking at all this bad news coming at you, then that is really obviously going to make you feel poorly. So it's about, you want to be informed, of course, I understand that. So it's a matter of working out an appropriate amount of your day that you're prepared to take in new information, and then acting on that information as is appropriate, I guess, and then trying to let it go. And so letting go of all this unnecessary stress, that's something a lot of us have to deal with, virus or no virus, and that's something that there's a lot of support out there for that. I've been through that myself, and you know, one thing that really helped me with that was meditation. Meditation for me was just training my brain to focus. And if you're in lockdown and you're not going out and you're trying to do the right thing as we're told and stay home, then great time to take up meditation. So yeah, it's training the brain to focus, and then we can focus at where we want, on the positive things and off the negative things. So for me, I went through all sorts of different ways of trying to learn to meditate. In the end, it's just a matter of sitting there, and I sort of focus on my breath, 4 seconds in, 4 seconds out, and I just count. And, you know, on the out breath, I let any stress go. And it's just a matter of practicing that. And obviously you have a really busy mind, and that's why you're meditating, to start reducing those thoughts, unnecessary mind chatter. So, yeah, it's a stressful time. It really is. And for me personally, I'm really limiting how much media I watch, because I know I get too involved. I tend to gravitate towards any conspiracy theories, and there's plenty of them at the moment. I'm open-minded, but in the end, it's really hard to get the actual truth about the matter when you're, you know, sitting in Adelaide. So I wrote about 6 words of things I wanted to remember. So yeah, the big thing is where you put your focus every day. So for me, you know, we want to focus on the solution, not the problem. Because if you're focused on how bad this thing is, and this goes for every other day in your life, as I say, virus or no virus, you know, we really want to stay focused on what we personally can do about it in this moment. So, for instance, for me, I'm taking the advice from our government. I've been out of the house out of my property probably 4 times in 3 weeks, mostly for shopping. And so I'm not circulating. I'm trying to lock myself down. So with that done, then it's a matter of just focusing on the solution. So what will I do with my time now? What things can I keep myself active, keep myself calm, keep myself happy? So, and it's the same, as I say, with mental health at any time. So if you want to, if you're feeling really depressed about a situation, then, it really helps me, for instance, to work out what I can do about it, be doing that, and stay focused on that. So, because it's usually a positive action. And I'm not one of these people that, says you can never be negative and the positivity sect. I mean, life's challenging, and it's how we respond to those challenges. And, excuse me, as we practice new ways to respond, sort of positive, constructive ways, then we can practice that, practice focusing on the positive solutions to things. Don't lose hope. It's been really interesting, and a lot of people on Facebook and, in the community have been talking about how this is really a reset for society. And, time will tell. But I know certainly for me, I feel a lot of gratitude for starters, for the essential workers out there. Thank you to you. You know who you are. And, I always had that sort of gratitude for truck drivers and shelf stackers and nurses, especially, really tough time for nurses and health, people in the health industry. But practicing that gratitude and being thankful for the things you do have is a real shift for a lot of us, I think, because maybe it's taken this sort of threat to think about maybe the simpler things in life that we're thankful for that maybe we're missing out on right now. We're not driving, I should be driving right now, right? I should be unnecessary travel man, but it's unnecessary. And I don't want to set a bad example. If I really wanted to go for a drive, I would, but I don't need to, so I can sort of talk without having to drive. So, but yeah, practicing gratitude is another thing that is really good for your mental health, because it turns your attention to the positive things in your life, to think about what to be thankful for. And a lot of people, professionals will tell you to practice gratitude every night. Think about the things that you're really thankful for, and what happened today that you can be thankful for. And I think that just, it's better than going to bed thinking about all the bad things that happened today. So it's kind of like a little reset every night. So yeah, in terms of mental health, if you do suffer from anxiety and or depression or any other mental health issue, this could be a really challenging time. And I guess I want to tell you that don't lose hope. Stay hopeful that there's ways to feel better, because there is. There really, really is. And you may have to try harder to find those things or to make those things work. You might need to try 10 times harder to make those things work. And, so be it. Let's not think about it. Let's just do it. Let's just act on these things. So that action, and you get satisfaction from the things you do, from the actions you take. So you do small steps every day, and then, take some satisfaction that you took a small step. I was going to post in the group the other day about, I'm always thinking, right, I'm going to start tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be day one of something great. And it's like, why not start now? Because for me, that day one never comes. It just keeps getting put off, because tomorrow morning I won't think about it. So, if I'm going to get healthier, I'll start tomorrow, day one. It doesn't happen. So why not, just do it now. So keep it in the moment. Do a push-up, do a sit-up, And that's one more than you did yesterday, you know, so that's something to take satisfaction from and it keeps you going. I need my glasses, Jack. Oh.
You've got your glasses.
I have now. So, into the elbow. There's a meme getting around saying you're not stuck at home, you're safe at home. You know, it's just a small shift in focus, but it makes a big difference. Please reach out if you're struggling. You do need to reach out. We're all in it together. And if you need a chat or you need support, there's people out there. You know, there's people in our group. There's, don't forget we've got the mentorship there if you need to connect with someone on a regular basis over the next few months. And thank you to the mentors that have offered up their time there. There hasn't been a lot of action, but thank you, because that's really important that people know you're there. And, you know, utilise that. If you need something or if you're struggling to stay calm and happy, you know, it's a challenging time for all of us. But yeah, don't give up hope. I think we're going to get through this, and, you know, it's going to be different for everybody. Some people have lost their income, which is terrible. And, of course, worse. You know, some people have lost their health and their lives. But we don't need to lose any lives to the thinking about this thing. You know, that's the one thing we can control, whether you believe that or not, it's true, is that you can control how you respond to this. And if it's pushing you to the edge, then you need to get help to, you know, regroup and to find other ways to think about it and respond to it. We're going to keep it a bit shorter tonight because we haven't had dinner yet. But if no one's commenting, I'll just talk about the convoys. And I saw someone else, tight ass 4x4 group, talking about a convoy as well, which would be great. Pub crawl through the Flinders. That's what they're talking about, which sounds awesome. And so we can get on board, you know, with that group. But I think also I'll start planning some convoys, and, you know, even if they're day trips, you know, a day trip to, I don't know, Kadina or Wallaroo, or and then a day trip, you know, to Bordertown, or weekends. Let's do some weekends away. You know, first rule is you leave town with no food and not much petrol, not much fuel. You fill up out in the country. Let's go and spend our money out in the country for a weekend. Let's go. And I was thinking maybe we can see if there's any sort of country markets on, or somewhere like that, where we can go for a drive on a Saturday morning, go to a market, spend a little bit of money on some local produce, hopefully find a track in the afternoon, do a bit of full driving, and then, you know, come home on the Sunday. So I think I'll plan a few of them without any dates attached for now, and we'll see where that goes. I think it's important for us and for the country for us to get out there. I know we're all hanging for a drive, and you suddenly realise how much you miss it, don't you, when you haven't got it. I know I am busting for another drive. I mean, I only went a couple of weeks ago. We were out with my mate Dave and Mark and Brenton. We went out to Redbanks, so that was a really good drive, and I'm glad we snuck that in before, you know, travel became so critical. But so anyway, I think that's all I've got to say. So hang in there, stay strong, do all the things, ramp them up so that you're you know, you're really staying on top of it, and the things that trigger you and make you feel bad, you know, work out how you can control those things better, or reduce, you know, the things that make you feel anxious, and of course, above all, you know, get support. I mean, disclaimer time, I'm not a mental health professional. I'm not really even employed at the moment. I'm redundant from my job, so But I have had some experiences with these things, so I know you can come to feel better just with some support. That's what happened for me anyway. And, you know, so don't hesitate to reach out at this time. You know, Beyond Blue, 24/7 phone service. They've set up a forum just for the virus, but there's also the community forums there, which is really good if you want to have a chat. And just stay in touch with each other, and yeah, hang in there. Stay strong. We'll talk again soon. Love yous. Bye.